Hi guys.
Hello people. You do this often. In the middle of a sip. I'm like, we'll never have to wait.
Like, why would you start drinking the second we start talking? We haven't started talking.
We have not started talking.
Well,
you choose when we start talking.
Well, you want to talk about something else?
No, but it's not like we sit here, you prepare and you're like, hi guys. No, we just like, there's something happening in the middle of it.
And the second we finish this conversation, that means you start. Let's go.
We could have saved so much time not speaking about this at all.
I'm Milena and she's Lola, and we're watching Mr. Robot, episode 6 of season 4, last season. We have appeared, for some unapparent reason, not yet started mourning this show, and I think it's gonna hit us. Because, like, I think... Do you have coffee in your mouth? That's why we're not talking.
No, but, like, you said everything. I'm like, maybe I can go 405 method does not exist and I cannot speak, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's interesting to me because I have a feeling like... maybe just because we don't have a feeling. I don't have a feeling it's ending in, like, 5 minutes.
Sorry.
When you start talking.
To clear my throat. In some ways, I was thinking about that in the last episode. I do feel like the end is coming.
Really?
You know, yes, because like with everything that happened with Tyrell and somehow like, I don't know, the music and everything that we're doing now, it does give me an impression that it's coming to an end. But also, it feels... Maybe just because like I have no idea what the fuck is happening, I have no idea what we're doing. Then that other part of me is, I don't feel like it's the end. Also, Elliot does not speak to us. And so like I still feel like that's strange. And I feel like if he was maybe speaking to us, if I was in his head a bit, if I could be with him more, because like right now we're not, kind of. He's very like, he's like very shut off. Like he was always very distant from everyone, but he was like speaking to us. And now I feel like how Darlene is feeling with Elliot. You know, I'm like, boy, please talk to me. Please be there for me. And he's not. And so, like, I think that also maybe helps with me not feeling like it's the end because I'm not, like, with Elliot at the minute.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not feeling like it's the end. I guess story-wise, I see that it's coming to an end, but I don't have that feeling, like, completely at all. I think if I had that feeling, then I would already started mourning the show. Just because, like, I honestly... Like plot-wise, let's say I know the ending, White Rose is gonna die pretty soon, and I understand that story is gonna end. But like when I think about it, in my mind, there is so much more to happen. That like with Elliot, with everything, that like it's like I don't have time to think of the ending.
There's so much things happening.
So that's why I think like when we have 3 more episodes, I think it's gonna hit us so much because like after this one we have 6 more episodes in this so and then I have no feeling that we have only 6 more episodes, like maybe a season, but like not 6 more episodes, you know. That's nothing. So in my mind I have a feeling like it's gonna hit us so hard when we are even closer to the end, because like we're not talking about it, we're not thinking about it, we're not even thinking like of what we're gonna film next. We're just like
I was about to say like I can't actually believe that we're finishing this and I don't know how we're supposed to like replace this. I'm like, how are we? Wow.
Thank God this show won that poll. I mean, again, the other shows that didn't win that poll, they're probably next to come, you know? They're gonna be in the next poll.
Look, but we only have so many things up our sleeves, you know what I mean?
Especially live action shows. Like, we don't have many of those that we haven't watched.
Because like it's easier with us for animes just because we haven't watched any of them. And so like there's this whole vast experience of shows that like people have told us about that seems like we would like, and with live action shows like there are so many shows that we have just like watched on our own free time and like could never react to. Like for example, I think Dark again would have been a great show, but sorry, Lost would have been a great show.
I also think Ozark.
Sorry. Like a lot of those things that I think, you know, are the shows that are up our alley and everything. Leftovers, for example, all those shows would have been great to watch, but like we've watched them. Like not maybe both of us the same ones, but like one of us at least has watched it, so like we can't do anything with that. And so like from the other shows that we know that exist, there is like a limited option of things that I think would make for good reactions.
I agree.
And that are longer. Like, for example, I can tell you at some point we're definitely going to react to The Severance. Is that what it's called? Like, we're leaving it. Like, I would have watched that, but, like, we're leaving it for the reactions. But, like, there's, like, 1 season. So, like, when it's close to season 2, that's when I want to start playing it so we have it all. Not all, but like two.
seasons at
Yeah.
least.
I still feel like Succession could have been a good reaction.
I don't think so.
I feel like it could have been.
I mean, I watched first 5 episodes, like, just judging by those 5 episodes, like, of all the shows that you mentioned, that's the one that I would least want to react to.
I feel like I gave strong reactions when I was watching it by myself.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I was like, I mean, maybe on the surface you wouldn't think, but like when you're in with the characters,
maybe if I continue,
I was like sweating all the time.
Maybe if I continued, maybe
You
just
should.
like I judge just like the first 5 episodes.
We're gonna have to do a poll after Mr. Robot. But like Last Kingdom and Black Sails are always the options for our polls.
Those two are definitely gonna be on poll. So, but like we
need
would
something
like
else.
to have more shows to put on a poll. Just like maybe even if they don't win, they're gonna be in our minds for like maybe later. Just so you know.
Yeah. So like that's where we are right now with what's supposed to take this spot.
Yeah.
Again, a very hard thing to follow.
I mean, again, we said it many times. There was Breaking Bad after the Better Call Saul.
Yes, but like literally those two specific shows are like our top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
Of course, it's gonna be hard to follow.
To me, the show did jump pretty high.
Yeah.
Let's say maybe last season or something.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing, but like when you watch something for longer, you become to love it. As soon as you start loving characters, you start loving that show as well even more.
Yeah.
So to me, it did jump pretty high.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't know where to place it. No one asked me. No one
Ask us. We're gonna think of it.
To not even try that. I wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah, I just think it was incredible. Much more incredible than I thought it was gonna be.
Honestly, as incredible as I thought it was gonna be, just because of how it was highly praised. I mean, I did watch first 2 or 3 episodes while I was in the mood, but like I didn't. They were great in my opinion. I remember I really loved them when I watched them. And I planned to continue, I just never did. But in my mind, the way the things I heard of this show, and like it was constantly compared to Breaking Bad, actually.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, there is no way this many people are just saying that because. So that's why I think, and honestly, I even remember, like I said, on Twitter, while season 4 or 3 or something like that was airing, that people praised it so much, how it's the best show they have watched. So in my mind, I really thought it's gonna be great.
I mean, I know people have always like talked about it highly in our comments and everything, but like I still feel like.
But the thing is, you had opinion of what it's gonna be about. I had before watching it, I had nothing.
Well, I mean, no, actually, I feel like I had less to go off on because like at least you saw some things. I never saw anything about Mr. O, but like besides our YouTube comments, I have never necessarily read anything about it. Like I knew it existed when it was airing, just because like shows that exist, whatever. But like I have never seen pictures of the characters. I knew Rami. Like that's it.
No, I'm just saying like you thought what it was about. It wasn't about that, but like you had an opinion of what it was about. The opinion that because of what you didn't thought it's gonna be your favorite show.
Yeah,
you know
I
mean?
Like, I never played it thank God. Thank God I never played it. Like, but anyways, to go back to Mr. Robot.
I was like, let's watch it. We just finished
because we just watched it, but just like shortly to recap, Vera, I think that's gonna be one of our main things in this episode.
I think
along with like, I mean, Janice told Dom to come and like get us or whatever. That could be happening at the end of the episode. Like Dom could appear at the end of the episode, and first we're with Vera, but like it doesn't have to be. Like could be both things simultaneously happening at the same time. I don't know. Again, I don't think we're gonna see I don't think the Deus group meeting is gonna happen in this episode. I think we're still like in is it even afternoon? I don't know what time it is. Maybe it's like 9:00 at this point, and so we're there, and like the Deus group meeting is taking time at like 5 or something. You know what I mean? So like there's enough space. If they want to prolong it, they can. We just have to see how it goes. But I'm not expecting to see that meeting in this episode because I still don't know what we're gonna do with the meeting. I also feel like Philip is not like I don't know if the meeting is gonna be as like dramatic as I'm expecting it to be. But I feel like Philip is dying, and like maybe the meeting would be a place to die.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that last episode when we were watching him, it felt like, I mean, it always feels like he's gonna die because like he's that type of a character. But like now I'm thinking maybe it could be the meeting. But
shocking.
I don't know.
Didn't think that at all.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be at all.
The only reason why I thought he's gonna bring White Rose down, but like that can happen if we prolong the
Yeah,
meeting
yeah.
until the end. But I didn't think that we're gonna prolong the meeting until the end of the show. So like that's why in my mind, like, what he's gonna die in episode 7, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna bring White Rose down
Yeah,
at
but
all.
he's gonna like bring White Rose to checkmate.
Yeah.
You know, so like just before the last blow.
Not checkmate if it's episode 7.
I don't know.
I want him to know that he succeeded, you know?
I
That's the thing
want
with him.
to look her in the eye and for White Rose to know that Philip got one on you.
And be like, the
Time's
time has come!
Time's up!
You're dead!
I told you
God,
I'm gonna bring you
wish-
down with me.
I wish that happened. That's why I don't want him now to die. Unless the Deus meeting is by the end of the show, like episode 11 or something like that.
We have to see how it's done, but I need a scene between the two of them where Philip gets his one
Me
in.
too,
You know,
me
I
too.
need that
I
because
need
like
that
I
so
always
much.
enjoy their relationship,
Yeah.
sure. But
Their
like their
scenes.
scenes so much. Like I thought for each of their characters, that was like their moment where they shined.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I really adored that.
Yeah.
Those interactions. And so I just really want more
Me
of it.
too. I agree.
Look, we have it. Let's watch
Let's
it.
watch the
see.
episode.
406 not acceptable.
Unless you go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna be forced to do something.
Janice not acceptable, I agree.
Second I see her, I don't know why she's so fucking creepy to me.
Because of you. All you deserve
What?
is pure and utter agony.
Olivia was Susan Jacobs' contract.
No, Susan! No!
This is her kid. Not like most people.
I'm starting to pick up on that.
What is happening in this episode?
Just tell me talk.
Trista is gonna be with Elliot, and
Trista-
Elliot's gonna be with Vera. And
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay, Vera.
A story of a true Xmas miracle. This is the tale of a bully
Are you the bully?
and a little bitch. Guess what he found?
baseball, something from baseball.
Eastern Magnum aluminum baseball bat.
God, I would be so terrified to
Little
be
bitch
trapped.
grabbed that bat and went right outside
This
the
is
plate.
terrifying.
His bully comes up, eyeing that bat without any warning. Little bitch knocked every tooth out of that motherfucker's head. See, Miss Krista, we all have a purpose in this world.
Her boyfriend's supposed to come.
But you
If
don't
he
have
comes,
to
he's
look
dead.
no more,
Is he?
Because for you, that day is
But
come.
yeah, if he comes, he's dead.
I'm gonna break Elliot. And you gonna be my aluminum bat.
I don't have time for you, Vera. I really don't
Literally.
have time for you.
Literally.
I'm on my way to Olivia's now. There's a hotel across the street that we should work out of. The other day, when I said that I should never have let you back into my life, I was an asshole. I'm sorry.
Just be careful. Okay, keep your phone on you so I can see where you are. I don't want to lose you again.
Best case scenario.
Ellie!
Oh my god, the...
Long time no see, cuz. But I know this place from. Do you have it? Of course I got it, bro. Sorry, man, I got shit to do.
He said, where do I know this place from? Where would he know this
Just so
place
you
from?
know, full-time freelance now. I need loyalties to the almighty paper. So hang on my number. Should you need anything, you know I'm your guy.
Why is he so cool?
I would call him immediately.
Peace, Ellie.
We don't have to do this. We can find a way to talk to her. And if she says no, then we reason with her. And if she still says no, we don't have time for taking risks. This is the only way. What you're about to do is crossing a line.
What line? How are we crossing
It's
a
a little
line?
late for that kind of thing.
I love that Mr. Robot is the
Yeah.
one that's talking about crossing lines.
Yeah, literally.
He's right. We used to have a code. Lines we would not cross. Parameters we set. But those seem to have been seriously modified. Question is, can we bring those boundaries back? Or is it like he said, too late?
I love that he's saying we used to have a code.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to
So
kill
that's
people.
how we
Like
know.
not wanted, but like you were fine
Fine
with
with
people
Pike's Hollow
potentially
this morning.
dying.
Fuck, Darlene, you should have kept driving.
Who are you calling? You can't call this into the FBI. If the Dark Army finds out about that crime scene, they're gonna send someone.
I already did. How may I help you?
I have her.
And her brother? No, she's not giving him up. Hello, sweetheart.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are gonna be horribly killed? What? What was the radio saying?
I brought peppermint mochas.
To do what?
They said it was Christmas in the cup.
I hope that we are not drugging her. What is in the cup? Boy, what are we about to do?
Oh my god, I really looked at us.
What I'm about to tell you is gonna sound
Why did I think that she's like
a little crazy.
in on it? And there's Dark Army in her apartment.
What's that?
What is he got?
It's about your clients at Cyprus National Bank.
He is telling her something.
Yeah, suddenly she's not gonna be holding his hand any longer.
I never told you where I work.
A bank that primarily does business with the Deus group.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my god.
They're a criminal enterprise that uses
Oh my
their
god, she
power
must
and
be
wealth
terrified.
to run the world without anyone knowing it. Civil war in the Congo, both Iraq wars, the paramilitary massacre in El Salado, cyber bombings. That's not even the top 5. I need you to do something for me.
What is this?
I need you to make one phone call to your boss. I'm already on their proxy server. I just need him to log in so I can swipe his credentials. They're using you.
They're using me.
They are. But I can stop them. I can stop them once and for all.
I thought Joey Badass was about
What
to come.
happens if you fail a drug test?
Yeah, he drugged you.
What did you say?
I know about your custody battle. If you test positive for
Like he
oxy,
put oxy in the coffee.
Clean.
now you're not.
I mean, I thought that was like what we were gonna do, like from the get-go when he first even met her.
You trapped me.
I had to make sure you would listen. You're gonna call your boss in Cyprus. You're gonna get him to log into the bank website. And that's it.
I'm so sorry, Olivia.
And I'm gone. If you don't do what I say, you lose your son.
You think what?
What is written on the board? High problem.
It's time, Minister John. He's too much of a liability.
You're being foolish. If we kill him, his shipping hack dies with him.
We have the Deus group meeting tonight.
Think about what you're
The
saying.
entire membership will be there. It's too risky.
I will not get this close only to watch it slip away again. I want you to locate Mr. Alderson and bring him in. He should see the full potential of what we're working towards.
Her downfall.
It's time he learns we're on the same side.
No.
Good news and bad news. The higher-ups want Elliot, not his sister. I don't suppose she's mentioned where he is yet.
Is she gonna tell her? Oh, kill
I heard
her.
her talking to him earlier, though. You can get his location off her phone.
Interesting. And you have her phone, I assume.
Yeah, I got it right here, so we don't need her.
Fantastic.
Great to kill her.
I'll be there with my team to collect the phone.
She's gonna kill her.
I mean,
Kill her.
What?
What do you mean what? Of course they're gonna tell you to kill her.
You can handle that, right?
I'm fine.
I'm just saying, if you don't feel 100% like last time, you should let me know right now so I can set aside the time to kill your mother and your entire family.
No. I can handle it.
Great. I'll be there at 3:30 on the dot. Make sure it's done by then.
Okay.
What?
I guess we're faking Darlene's murder.
That's impossible.
How can she can she just get rid of the body? Like what is she?
It's impossible to do.
What is she gonna do with the body?
What did they say?
Like what is she gonna say that she did with the body?
Nothing.
No, you can't kill her. So
Nothing
now you have
is
to run.
realistic.
Oh my god, I would just take my whole fucking family out of the country in these 45.
She's not drown her.
Imagine.
That's like she...
Ouch.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Keeping my family safe. On your knees.
What a ship this is.
They tell you to kill me and you're just gonna do it?
Their phone gives them Elliot's location, so they don't need you.
This is crazy. This ain't you, Tom. You don't need to fucking do this.
Please leave the boss to say that. You ruined my life.
I did. I'll own that, okay? But that doesn't make you this. You don't just fucking shoot people in cold blood. I'm here because of you. I know. You did this to me. I know. Give me a chance to make it right. I can get you out of this.
Literally how?
There's no way out.
I have a plan.
You think I give a shit about your plan?
We are gonna take down the Dark Army once and for all. It's happening tonight. Wait. Please, Dom, it's not too late.
No, it has to be like this. There's not enough time. It's too late.
Dom, listen to me.
They're coming through 30.
Listen to me. I know I fucked up, okay? But it's not too late. If you let me go, I can stop this, okay? I swear to God.
It's not happening, it's fine, but...
I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry, Dom. You don't need to do this. You are a good person. This isn't you.
How soon can you get back to me? It's urgent, yes.
How long do you think it'll be?
Fuck you. My life is over. I want you to know that.
Nothing will be traced to you.
And you think that's it, huh? You just drugged an addict.
You'll get through it.
Maybe you can have a slip and it's not the end of the world, but I can't. It destroys me. So fuck you.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you worked for them. Offshore bank in Cyprus. Kind of money that goes through there. Oh, come on. You're not dumb. Sure, a part of you's always known. You chose to look the other way.
My choices are none of your business.
I get it. You needed a job. They were paying well. That's how they do it. That's their business model. They back everyone into a corner until all that's left is for us to compromise ourselves. They're hurting you. Just like they're hurting all of us.
The only one hurting me right now is you. I wonder how many people you've had to hurt to get what you want. How many has it been, Elliot? How many people have had to suffer because of you? Was it worth it? Can I use the bathroom?
Go ahead.
She's gonna kill herself. There's a razor in the bathroom. There's a razor in the bathroom.
So was fucking me part of the plan, or was that just a happy accident?
It's an accident. It's almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Once her boss calls back, we'll get what we need and go. This would have all been simpler if she wasn't so deep in denial about who she's working for.
There it is. That sense of dread. It only happens when you cross a line you didn't even know existed. Maybe that dread is a good thing. After all, when you realize you've crossed a line, that means you still had one. But when those crossed lines are all behind you, up ahead is only darkness.
Whatever you're looking for, I don't have it.
I know the two of you had a special relationship.
He hacked me. He threatened my last boyfriend He threatened me. You know, I had to stop seeing him because he scared me so much.
You weren't scared of him! You loved his ass!
Just because you were bullied as a kid, because people hurt you, until that day you swung a bat and learned how to hurt them back, doesn't mean it's going to work with me.
Miss Krista, are you calling me a little bitch?
See? That's why you're good. Not even my bitch can call me a little bitch. Oh my God!
Fuck.
What's that?
Jason.
Maybe we should bring him in here.
Maybe not.
Maybe that's what will get you going.
Hey, you there?
God.
Is she okay?
I was able to stop the bleeding. You're gonna be okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe you. You said the people I work for, they were behind the massacre in El Salvador.
Her father was killed? Her mother was killed. Her mother was killed. Is that where she was killed?
My mom died there.
I know. I can stop them.
I'm sorry to bother you on a holiday, but Mr. Kolkachev needs the authorization to transfer funds.
I'll wipe all the traces of you and your boss's involvement. Nothing will be linked back to you.
You know, I may work for monsters, but you are one. And you're the worst kind because you don't even know
Oh, damn. Your boy's upset you didn't let him in.
So after being beaten within an inch of his life by that badass little bitch, the bully woke up in the hospital. And I was right then when little bitch walked in.
Like the fucking ghost of Xmas past. Bully sees him, starts crying. I mean, this nigga was scared. He must have thought that boy had come to finish him off. Little bitch just walked right up to his bully's bed and held his hand. Just like so. Real soft and gentle like. And then he got real close.
The way he tells story.
He looks at his bully. He looked at him and said, I see you now. Little bitch showed up when no one else would. He saw his bully like no one else could. And that was all it took. From that moment on, he owned that bully for life. Now, if I want to own Elliot, I don't just gotta break him. Me and Elliot are linked on a spiritual plane. I got to come at him on the same level I found myself, and breaking him only gets you so far. I gotta break him so I can build him up. I need to wound his soul so I can be the one to heal him. That is how you own a nigga.
Go to the filing cabinet in my office. There's a folder in the bottom drawer.
How are we gonna find something out that we don't know?
Go to the tab that says September 2015.
What am I gonna find there?
Mr. Robot.
What's that?
That is how you break it.
Interesting. 23.
We can take them on. We can take Janice and whoever's coming on. See, she could pretend you're dead.
They're not that real, they're gonna check.
I thought you were gonna kill me.
Give me an hour.
55 minutes.
Just unlock your phone. All I want is Elliot's location. I can't. You can. What would you do if it was your family? I'm doing it. You know that night we spent together? I know you probably think of it as the worst night of your life. When I think about it, it was... Don't. Nice. The last time I remember actually feeling good. You were just using me. You know it was more than that. Whatever you have to do, I get it. Okay, but just at least believe that. I'm out of time. You got the jump on me before I knew what was happening. It was over. What are you talking about? Take it and make it quick. You want me to shoot you? It's the only way. Come on, we're running out of time. You have to kill me. I'm not fucking killing you, okay? Let's go. We can make a run for it. If they show up and we're gone, my family's dead. Don't you get it? My life puts everyone I love in danger. This won't stop until I'm dead. I'm not gonna fucking kill you. I'd do it myself if I could. I've thought about it every day for the past 2 months, but I can't do it. I can't do it.
There's
Please,
no way.
Darlene, just pull the fucking trigger.
not.
I can't. Just pull the fucking
That's just the
trigger.
fact.
Mom, please, pull the fucking trigger. I can't do it.
Shoot them in the face! Darlene! Now! Darlene!
That's Dom. Dom has the gun.
All three of them, shoot them immediately.
Now, I was not expecting this. I must say, my goodness.
Think
Oh
of
my
it fast
God.
because of your last words.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. But this is going to be so painful for you.
I'm sorry, if you kill everyone I love, how are you gonna use me? How am I gonna do whatever you want me
Where's
to
the
do?
phone?
Someone shoot her. She has spoken enough.
I want you to understand, I mean you no ill will. My instructions were to find your brother.
Well, in that case, my phone's not gonna do you any good. I just wiped it.
My baby girl's so smart.
Oh my
Dom,
god, I'm
why
fucking
did you
exhausted.
react on your feet like this?
Transfer the money from the bank side. Once we hack all of them.
God, I hate her. Can't remember the last time I hated somebody like this.
Okay, everyone's access to the
Does it
bank.
matter? Krista,
Elliot, I need to see you.
I'm actually kind of busy. Can I call you tomorrow?
I was kidnapped by someone you know, Darlene and Vera. He wanted to know everything about you, everything I knew. I'm sorry, I didn't know what to do, didn't have a choice. God wants to go what he wanted, he let me go. I went to the police, and now I'm too afraid to go back home. I'm scared.
Slow down. Where are you right now?
I don't know. Downtown, I think?
Yeah, I can meet you at Washington Square Park. Can you get there?
I think so.
There's no way he's just gonna let her go.
But like, what do we do with that information? We have to go there regardless.
I'm not scared of Vera.
Here we go again, off to play the hero. Is that even who we are anymore? You saw what we did back there. We just watched him destroy someone's life. And none of us did a thing about it.
But I think we are very close to finding out everything about his father now.
They only break if you're broken to begin with.
I think it doesn't matter
Change under
of the
pressure,
episode.
but this only reveal who we really are. I don't know anymore. The one thing I do know is
Hey! Hey! Get off of me! Wait! 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 Help!
Shrunk.
What? Drunk. Whew. Please don't end. Oh. What are we pretending it's
I can't stop it. I literally can't stop it.
How long does the
When I
next
was a kid, my dad pushed me.
Yeah, the next episode is the episode. Oh my god.
You're sick and don't admit it. You weren't pushed.
I can't gonna start crying now.
The next episode is the episode. Actually, I feel good that we're stopping now.
I could cry. I'm not even fucking cry.
No, I feel better now than if I knew that I had to. But like the next time we're gonna have to know what we're playing. Maybe it's better than to just like happen all of a sudden, you know?
What can I tell you about this episode? I don't know how long it was. It felt like so many things were happening. It felt like it was doomsday on every single front. It was doomsday on every single front. It was just a lot, and it seems like next episode is gonna be
much
worse.
more.
It's gonna be fucking worse. I feel like everything has led up to this point at this time. I cannot believe Vera is somehow involved in this, but here we are.
I cannot believe that Vera,
Vera, I have no fucking clue.
Vera is the reason that we're gonna find out about Elliot's father.
I mean, makes sense.
Because that's what he needs. Yeah.
It makes sense because like when Krista told him get this file, I was like, what the fuck are we gonna find in that whole file? It would make sense that it like translates into us knowing Elliot's like story.
I mean, even before when Vera was talking to her and telling her the story, like how he needs, like this guy was in hospital, his bully, and like how just because of the fact that like he had no one and nobody came to the hospital, but like this person, a little bitch, did, and like sat there with him, held his hand and stuff like that. That's how he owned him at the end. Let's say that's what he told. Like, so he needs something from Elliot. He said like, I need to let's say heal him. I'm not sure which words he exactly used, but like I need something to that like.
Because like
based on his heart to heal him, basically, and
like to understand or whatever. Because like he said that little bitch, came to the bully, like held his hand and said something like "I see you" or something like that, like understanding him. Which I feel like I'm forgetting things. I feel like someone said "I see you," but I don't know how. I don't know who said it. I don't know what context it was said. Because like when he said it, he said like "I see." I was like, someone said that. I mean maybe it's not connected. Like you can say "I see you."
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. It doesn't have to be connected.
But like,
I thought we heard that before.
To me, in that moment, I thought like that is actually how we're gonna find out about Elliot's father and what exactly happened. That like what exactly happened that Elliot is forgetting. Yeah. That he can't deal with, and that's what Vera wants to use so that Elliot would basically be owned by him, trust him or whatever. Interesting.
Jesus.
Interesting.
I imagine telling me like in any of the previous seasons that like Vera is gonna come back and that's gonna be how we're gonna uncover this.
Yeah. Because I always thought Elliot's gonna have a breakdown or something that he like when he can control himself, and so like that's how he's gonna end up at Krista's, and they're gonna talk. Yeah. And then he's gonna I think remember, accepts it, you know what I mean? And that's how we're gonna move on.
But also I think it's gonna be connected to us understanding and uncovering the third one. I feel like we are not addressing the fact that there are like in the show, we're not addressing the fact that there's like something else there. I don't know. I don't know if we're the third one. Because like they're speaking to us, and like Mr. Robot at some point said like that Elliot did this and all of us did nothing to stop it. All of who? All of you Elliots, or like Elliot, Mr. Robot, and us did nothing to stop. Like who are you talking to? What does that mean? Like is that third one? Is that like who Elliot was before everything maybe bad happened? Is that like
maybe because
like, I don't know. I don't understand.
I now maybe don't think it's us because we should have been there then to hear the conversation between Elliot and Darlene when she told him. We weren't there, so we don't know that happened. Like if it was us, if we are his third personality, technically we should have been there. Then find out that Elliot wasn't there.
There's also that possibility of us like thinking that we are watching Elliot and it's not like, let's say, what we think is Elliot. I don't even fucking know what Elliot is.
I still think that's gonna happen. Honestly, I still no,
I'm not just like I don't know what Elliot, because like it's so abstract to me. Like I can't it functions very weirdly to me. Like, like let's say in my mind, I'm still separating Miss Elliot from Mr. Robot, even though they're the same person. So like when Mr. Robot is talking to Elliot about how we don't cross some lines or something like that, I'm like thinking, what are you, like, Rich, coming from you, like you were fine with letting this building blow up, but it's not like Mr. Robot is a being by himself. He is a part of Elliot. So there's just like, again, Elliot's that part of Elliot, you know? Yeah, so like it's very complicated to me. Like, we don't even fucking like Elliot what we think is Elliot. That might not be even who Elliot is. Like, that's just what we see. Like, that's just how we prescribe everything to Elliot.
If we start thinking like that.
But that's my problem, because like my mind goes there and I can't that doesn't compute for me. Like I can't understand things.
To me, that's still like Elliot we know. To me, it's just
and
like
Krista
that. And the
said,
third personality is gonna be somebody else. It could be Elliot who he was before he became. It could be somebody who was there with him this whole time. It could be, I don't know.
Krista told him, like, the entire time, when, like, that ending scene with Krista and Vera, when they're speaking, I was just, like, waiting for Krista to tell us something that we might not know, that she knows, that, like, she has, like, things or whatever. And she said to him, like, you know, go into September 2015, which I'm gonna assume, like, is when, you know, Elliot started visiting her.
I thought it was when she found out that it was Mr. Robot.
You don't think it's just like, I thought like she told him like go into the files of the patients that are started seeing in that date, like under that date you're gonna see Elliot.
Well, yeah, let's say she has 5 patients every day. On that day is the day she found out who Mr.
What is the first episode of this show? When did it air? It didn't start there in 2015, but I think, didn't they say?
Yeah.
2015. September 2015. So like it could have been even that date. So
but they have already seen each other for a year, right?
Yeah, but like not necessarily Miss Robot didn't have to be in that timeline. Okay. I think they just maybe put it there because it was the beginning for us.
Okay. What does that mean? I don't understand. Because when he said there, she said Mr. Robot.
Why would they put the same date? Because like they could put the same date as into like just, you know, maybe that's when he started visiting her, and that's like when, because like that's when the show started for us, let's say. Maybe it's that exact same date. I think if it's September, I'm gonna assume it's maybe the same day. But like, let's say in their world, he could have been coming to her before that, like 2014, let's say, or something. Why did how did Elliot start seeing her?
He did something and he got
anger management.
Yeah, anger management, and he got he had to go for a year.
Has that ever been explained? Like, I don't think it has. I just think the two of us were talking about when we were making theories that they're not the same person or whatever, like the Mr. Robot and Elliot are the same people. Like, we thought, because Elliot never seemed violent and Mr. Robot does seem violent, and so I think we were talking about like he had to go see Krista for anger management, which means like police got involved, you know, and this was like a court mandated, and like that never, let's say, went with Elliot, but it did go with Mr. Robot. But I don't think necessarily anyone ever told us what he did. But that would have been Mr. Robot. That wouldn't be the third one, right?
I don't know.
Because like, see now, like I'm questioning what is Elliot.
Because technically Mr. Robot showed up in first episode. He was so already going to the Krista before Mr. Robot showed up. But like technically he didn't show up there because he just met him there because he forgot about him.
I mean,
I don't think we can understand that completely.
No, but like, no, maybe that's when when Mr. Robot showed up. But before Mr. Robot showed up, maybe it was the third one.
I just think Mr. Robot showed
because,
up
like, when
for
you think
Elliot
about
to be
it,
easy.
For
Elliot's sake, for him to go easier with this. That whole plan is Elliot's plan. But just like because he couldn't
deal
but like
with
that
would
that he can
that would mean
Mr.
that
Robot
like Mr. Robot was not, you know, in his head before this, but like something was.
But like I don't think
this is like breaking my brain. Okay, we had like a flashback of Elliot in a time where there would be no Mr. Robot, right? Like we saw him when Darlene came to him. Like she came to town and like when he was like talking about that idea and like put on the Mr. Robot jacket. We saw him then. I'm not trying to figure out if he was weird then to me. Like, what did he seem like, Elliot, or did he seem like something else?
I mean, in my mind, through this entire show, Elliot is Elliot. It's him. Like, even if there was another personality before that, there could have been many. Because we know he took a bed and started breaking everything when he was, 10 years old?
Yeah.
So even then, he could have had a different personality. Do every single personality follow him through his entire life? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know how it works. I really have no fucking clue.
Me neither. But, like, I don't think so.
It's so.
I don't think Mr.
So
Robert is now with him, but like he wasn't with him 5 years ago. Nor does that mean that he's gonna be with him for his entire life. I think
so many things like don't compute in my mind when we're speaking about Elliot, because like we see it as Elliot, and I don't necessarily connect Mr. Robert even though they're the same person, but I mean they are the same person, so it's not like just Elliot. It's all of them combined. But I like look at that one portion of him that maybe. I don't know, I can't think about it. My brain is like, I don't know. Maybe next episode is gonna tell us. I hate that like that episode exists and it's out. We like are not about to watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I am sitting here, my brain is starting to hurt, and like this could all be over if we just play this episode. I feel like this episode is about to do something.
This would all be over. I don't think anything can be over. We're just gonna find out what happened to Elliot.
Yes, but I feel like if we find out what happened, everything is connected to his personalities. Like, it's not. I don't think you can just find out what happened and not address the thing that we are waiting for the third one and everything.
And not address it. Okay.
I think it has to be connected, because like if we go and like talk about Elliot's past, which clearly we're about to do, because like the previously on started by the past and his father and everything. So we're going there. Like we're stepping over that, and like by going there, then we like also, let's say, understand how he came to develop this like split personality. It's not split personality, it's dissociative. It's not dissociative identity disorder. Yes, it is dissociative identity disorder. It's connected. Like I don't think it started when his father died. You know, it started from trauma even before that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So we have to understand when it started, like what the reasonings were. And if we do that, then we have to address, like, who is that third one? What is that third one?
I don't think all of that is going to be addressed in the next episode.
Oh, God. But, like...
There's only an hour long.
True.
And we're gonna
but, like, when you think of it, all of it is out. All of it is out. The whole show is out. Yeah. I have it. It's there. I'm looking at Prime. I could have it. If we weren't filming this, I would have known. I could have known. And now I don't, because like my mind is hurting me. I think like, and now I just think next episode, if we're gonna go there, like if we're gonna like open this can of worms, which has been building up for all seasons, I don't think we're gonna be anywhere else. Like, I don't think we have time for like Dom and Darlene, especially because like now the pace that it's taking, we're about to be on this one day for the entirety of season. And like maybe the last episode is the next day, but like otherwise I think we are gonna, because like let's say if episode 7 is just with Vera and Elliot, and in episode 8 we're seeing Darlene and Dom and how they're surviving this. Episode 9 can also be before the meeting takes place. Like this could be very much prolonged.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and I think it will be.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think this episode confirmed us that, because this episode lasted in a span of an hour. Yeah. Basically. So in my mind, every single episode is gonna be exactly like that.
Yeah.
So Dea's meeting is gonna be episode, let's say, 9. The meeting doesn't have to last for an episode. Yeah. It can last for 2 episodes. So yeah, I actually do now believe that like this whole season is taking place in such a short period of time.
Did Angela at some point tell Elliot something along the lines of "You're not Elliot"? Remember that one weird episode in was it season 1? Was it season 2? I think it was season 1 maybe, because I don't think we knew that Elliot and Miss Robert are like the same person. Like I don't think it was confirmed. Remember that one episode like that was he in his mind or something? There was the fishbowl. Remember that episode? There was something weird about that episode. Remember, like they were sitting. I think.
But yes, I remember, but I don't remember anything concretely about it, or that when we finished it, I don't remember like if something was explained or not. Like I just because like I remember us like taking that episode
and trying to figure out like how that fit into our theory about Elliot and Mr. Robot being the same person.
Yeah, but
and like it fit, but like the way that Sam is writing it, he did have like the idea through the entirety of the time. So like he would.
Yeah, but I think if I remember correctly, that we were mostly in his head.
We were the entirety of the time in his head, but like he was in his head, he was speaking to Angela, and Angela was saying some weird things. Not weird things, but like nothing in my mind through the dialogue. Nothing ever made sense.
Was that the episode where she was eating the fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did she say like you're not Elliot?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. Like I can say yes, but like I don't remember. Okay, but if she did say you're not Elliot, what do you mean that means?
Well, then like is the version of Elliot the one that we are seeing, the one that we started with? Is that like not Elliot? Like that third version that we don't know, was that like what Elliot was? And that this our Elliot is like personality. Not a personality, but like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how it works. I really don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm saying. I really don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, that's the Elliot we've been through since the beginning. That's the only Elliot we know.
I agree.
That's the Elliot who talked to. That's the Elliot who talked to Krista, who told her everything. So yeah, maybe that's a version of him who does not remember what his father did to him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is all Elliot.
I mean, everything is Elliot. Like, nothing here, like, you can't, like, let's say justify... Sorry, I want to see if that is that episode?
I think it was.
Fourth one?
Figures. You're only born a month ago. You're afraid.
You were only born a month ago.
Afraid of your monster. You're not Elliot.
Ja mislim Mr. Robot, brate. I think Mr. Robot.
She said you were only born a month ago. That was episode 4. Which would have been a month since it started airing. I might be going too deep into this. I really might be going too deep. Like maybe they just literally put that because like the show started a month ago, so like the show was born a month ago.
Or Mr. Robot.
Or
the
Robot
plan. Maybe yes,
ago.
it's for
because I think
episodes,
Mr.
but
Robot
that could be like in a 2-day span. I don't remember how long the first episodes took. Like maybe yes, because the show doesn't go by time. I don't think we are now in 2019.
No, it doesn't. But like it could have started in 2015. You know, like we could be in 2017.
Okay, yeah, but like just like the fact that we are on fourth episode, I don't know how long before we started watching Elliot. Have we started the plan?
No. I mean,
like maybe just the plan started only a month ago. In that because like I don't know how without knowing anything, because like I think the first season was mostly focused, or us watching first season were mostly focused to figure out if Mr. Robot and Elliot are the same person.
Yeah.
So maybe if we now started from the episode 1, we would figure out some stuff that like there is not only two people there, like two personalities, that there is more. But just like now seeing only that scene, like I don't remember what I thought at that point. Like, what did it make sense for Mr. Robot, or would it now make sense for the third person? I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I mean, I understand what you mean. I think at that point, like I can still take, I think, all these lines and just connect them to Mr. Robot.
Me too, honestly.
As in terms of like, you're not Elliot, you are Mr. Robot.
Even that we
also she could be saying that on the lines of you're not the Elliot. But I think he is. I don't know why this would be a thing. You were only born a month ago. Like Mr. Robot sure could have been like born a month ago, and like because like that's when he met him. Like in the first episode he meets him.
Yeah. And maybe even just a month ago.
What does she say like monsters? How does she say monsters? You're afraid of your monster? You're afraid of your monster?
When did she? Now in episode 4?
Yeah, just now.
Okay.
Just because like Olivia said like you're a monster, and she said you're afraid of your monster.
Well, Elliot, who is inside of you, for the things he's doing. I mean,
like,
maybe all the personalities.
Monster, yeah. Is the monster the third one? I mean, all of it. Like, look, Elliot, as in like Elliot, but like just because like if he was violent also beforehand, like before Mr. Robot existed. Let's say if Mr. Robot only started existing when we saw him, and Elliot before that was like had to go to therapy because like it was court mandated, so like he was violent.
I mean, I think he was violent even when he was a child. considering
he
we
was
know
breaking
that
things with
he
the
was
bat.
breaking
Yeah.
things with the bat. So yes, in my mind, I think because of the trauma that he has been through, he makes those personalities. Don't take my words like completely makes. He makes. It's not like maybe he makes them, but like they appear to, let's say, protect him. You know?
Well, how is she in the sentence? You're not Elliot, you're Mr. Robot? But like, is that what we thought she was gonna say there?
You are the or something like that.
She said the?
No, maybe, I don't know.
Because I thought she said something, but like I didn't hear her well enough. Can't be you're the Mr. Robot. You're the monster. I hate it so much. Like literally this whole fucking thing exists. And I'm racking my brain. Like trying to do this. But like because it would make sense to me, and because I think people have always told us that like Sam wrote this as a movie, and then just like by expanding the story, you know, he like started writing it down. It was just like a very large tale to tell. And so like having all that planned out and like knowing that there's something third, that there's someone third, then I think he would intentionally, he just like seemed, by the way that the show has always gone, he just seems like the type that would have put in something there that has to connect to that as well. But that doesn't help me because I still don't understand what
But what are you
You're
trying to figure out with the third personality? You're trying to figure out if Elliot, who we know for these 4 seasons, is not Elliot at all. Like
something along those lines, but like not that he's not Elliot because he has to be Elliot in a way, but just like if like the third one was like, let's say, more prominent, more, but like you can't, how does this work? You know what I mean? Like how does this work if you have the ID? Do you have like just like you're this person and then like you have inside your head other people? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand how this works. Or are you just created of like 4 people, let's say? You know, I don't understand this.
I think it's more like that. You form many personalities.
So you're like all 4 people and there's like nothing that's like main. Not like, now my trouble is not understanding the idea.
I mean, the thing is, like, it has, to me, he's never been confirmed exactly what the disorder that he has is.
Oh, true.
So in my mind, like, it doesn't have to be just like DID, considering that like what we read from DID, it doesn't look like this. So it's more like creative choice.
The thing is, I think he has a lot of issues. Like it could be PTSD combined with DID, combined with social anxiety, combined with depression, combined with, and like you can combine so many fucking things, and I don't know how like it affects every condition in a different way. Nothing is no person with any condition is ever the same.
Yeah, of course.
So like it could be so many fucking things. But let's just talk about something concrete, because like again, my mind, like my literally head started to hurt now. We had Elliot with this whole plan and idea with Olivia, which is like what I thought that we were gonna do at some point in the beginning before he even met her. I thought we were gonna like threaten her with the knowledge that she's gonna have her kid taken away from her if she like does drugs. I didn't think that we were gonna actually drug her. Didn't think we were gonna cross that line to like give it a recovering addict who has been clean for 8 years drugs. I didn't think we were gonna cross that line. I did think we were gonna cross that line in terms of like that we're gonna blackmail her. Like I thought we were gonna do that in the beginning, you know. I didn't think we were gonna do this, especially after they have like bonded in a way, like where she opened up to him and like he heard her story and everything, and then like went on and did this. I thought that was it was very dark. It was very awful. It was horrible.
Yeah, Elliot is completely crossing the lines that he in season 1 would, let's say, never cross, or would say that he would never cross. It's the fact that like Mr. Robot is the one who is trying to stop him in all of those things, and who is telling him that like those things are not right to do. Yeah. Like he's like, we can't cross some lines, basically. Yeah. Mr. Robot, who was ready to cross lines. So like, is that the, again, still the Elliot when this personality is crossing the lines, the other one is not willing to cross them, because like that was
like a balance
a balance inside of him, you know, because like before in first seasons it was the other way around. Elliot was completely not ready to do anything wrong, anything that would hurt other people, somebody else, you know, directly. Where Mr. Robert was like this. He's like, oh, bomb the building. Fine with that. People are gonna die in the meantime. It is just how it is. He accepted those things, and here it's completely the other way around. So maybe in my mind, that's like when you started talking about those personalities, like Elliot is all of them, but like maybe they, like you said, they can balance each other out.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
But like he did cross that line, and like he was kind of, you know, when he was talking to her after he did all that and like she realized what was happening, he was kind of, let's say, justifying it to himself in a way, when he is like talking about like you shouldn't have gone and worked with the devil, basically, because like when you, let's say you stepped over some type of line when you accepted this job and like chose to ignore the things you were, the people you were working towards and the people that you are like helping are, you know, but the monsters of the world.
Technically that would be exactly the same if he did that to Angela a few seasons ago, when you think about it, because Angela did also work for the monsters. Imagine if he said that to her, like,
I mean, like,
few seasons ago.
Like, you know, in a way it's I mean it's a complicated issue, and like I thought that he was gonna approach it in some way like that, because like that was my, let's say, first initial opinion of her, like having heard that they're gonna hack someone that's working with the Cyprus National Bank for like the Deus group or whatever. I was like, fine, you know, I was like, she is in a way working with the devil. Like she is, so I was like, fine, hack her. Doesn't matter if she loses her job. Because like the things that she is working for are like really awful. But like when you know, when you hear her story and like what she did, and that like she has a kid, and like she is not in any type of way like an awful person. Like you can't even like start saying that. Is she like willfully ignoring some things, you know, for her sake? Of course she is, but like she is only human, and there's only so much she as a person could do. Like if she's not doing this job, someone else will. Like there's only a certain amount of power that's in her hands, and that amount is basically non-existent. So like he can say this to millions of people. Like he can say this to so many fucking people. I mean... everyone fucking working at E Corp, which is everyone. Like he can say that to really everyone and anyone. I think he was just saying that as a way to
make himself feel better, in my mind.
Yeah, because like you can see in his face.
Yeah.
You can see in his face that he is not like, that he doesn't feel, let's say, justified in this, because like they did have this moment where they got like really close and honest with each other. And so like doing this, of course, I think, you know, if he wasn't feeling awful, that would have been very concerning. So like he is justifying this to himself, because like he feels like he needs to do this. Like he feels in a way, again, that the ends justify the means of everything that he is doing. And like you can look at that in any way you want, because I'm not even quite sure how to look at that. You know, what he did to her is awful. And again, in my mind, there are some lines you don't cross. And if like tomorrow happens and because of this he like destroys the entire Deus group, and like the world becomes a better place for it, you know, like,
and in his mind as well, he saves his sister. Yeah.
So like, what does that say about his actions? I don't know. I think it's a very complicated subject, which I don't know how to speak about, because like personally I would never cross any of the lines that are being like crossed. And like if you ask me if at the end of the day like there's a fairy tale ending to this where the world becomes a better place if like 10 people die, like sure, like sound like sacrificing, let's say, 10 people for 10 million people sounds like a fair option, let's say, but I could never do that. I can never think of it in that way. I'm just like not it's not the way I function. So like it's a very complicated thing for me. And like in some way that's what he is doing, but like the end result is not gonna be a fairy tale. Like I don't know what is awaiting us at the end of this choice now. Like I don't know when we do, like, we are now, they have their bank accounts, all of them. I thought at first like it was just White Rose, but it's like the entire group. I think that's what they said. And so like if they transfer their funds everywhere else, then like what happens after with that? Like they lose because like their power is that money. What do we do there? Like what is the next part of the plan? They lose money. Do we arrest them? Do they go to jail? Do they end up dead? I don't know. I still don't understand how this plan works and how that makes it a better world, because like even if you cut off the head of a snake, it's gonna like grow back, you know? So like I don't know how this goes. I don't know if we achieve anything.
I mean, I still think the same as I always thought. White Rose is gonna die, and maybe we're gonna do something for this moment, and we're gonna achieve something for this moment, because White Rose would kill other people, and God knows what she would do next.
Yeah,
because she managed to become very, very, very powerful. And we watched that story when Philip told it, like how that happened, how did she become who she is right now.
Yeah.
So God knows where she would go. But again, there is many other White Roses that are gonna come, and that are happening at the same time. Other important people and powerful people, you know?
Yeah, and like Olivia said for Elliot, like that was really stinging words. When she told him, like, yes, they are monsters, but, like, you are also one, and you're the worst kind because you don't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know the amount of people that you have, like, harmed doing this, and, like, he has. When she told him, like, when she asked him, like, do you even know how many people you harmed? Like, when you think about it, no. Like, one of the people that is dead because of the things that he has done is, like, Gideon. You know what I mean? Like, God knows how many people are suffering because of the thing that, him and Darlene and the rest of them did.
Yeah, of course.
He has harmed a lot. So like in this process, he has become a monster. And like you could be of the mindset of like, it takes a monster to deal with monsters. And you can also be of the mindset like you can fight fire with fire. Depends on how you want to look at things. I am not the wiser.
Just because in my mind he had to cross lines in order to get to them. I don't think with legal route he would ever be able to do anything to touch them. So in my mind he had to become a monster in this case scenario. I don't know if maybe some other is different, but with these type of powerful people, I don't think you can fight. I don't think a good person would be able to win that fight at all.
No.
So in my mind, yeah, I if I had to choose one, it would have to be that. Even when we started the show, like we always thought how he's gonna do and cross some lines, and how Elliot's character goes down that path of crossing many lines that like I sitting here would be like, that's not morally right and you should not cross that lines, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is not an original story. Maybe just like it is,
the
but
execution is like different, but like
if you're fighting a monster, you usually become one. I mean, you characters,
yeah.
It usually goes down that path.
Yeah. Like again, like you said, we are watching another show where like someone became a monster to fight monsters, like Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Like again, different ways, much different circumstances, but like still, it's kind of that idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and we have watched many of them.
No, so many.
With the same.
I mean, again, I love the like train of thought where it leads you, because like I can understand every single argument for or against this. You know, I can understand, and I don't think I can like place myself in any position. Like I can only say like I understand all sides here. So like I feel like it is not that easy for a show to be able to accomplish that, where you can like understand so much of both arguments and not quite know where you stand with them, you know.
And then you have a perfect character, in my opinion. When you say perfect, I think you can completely understand, like, all of her choices are the ones that like I think are the ones I would choose. Is Dominique, and the fact that she is willing to cross so many lines, but like when she comes face to face with the things that she has to do, like killing a person.
Yeah, like pulling the trigger.
Pulling the trigger to save her family.
Yeah.
Even though it's her fucking family.
Yeah, she can't do it.
Even though she tried to do everything humanly possible. Even though before that, she did stuff. She did collaborate, or she did tell them. I don't know what was.
Yeah, like she never technically did like anything where she herself, like, quite literally has to get her hands, like, let's say, dirty. You know, with the information she was passing on to them, I don't know what's happening with that information.
And even
like,
she doesn't know.
Yeah, she
and
doesn't know.
let's say when she wasn't 100% sure, she would say 100% sure she would never do something like that if it even crossed her mind that the guy is gonna end up dead.
Yeah, and like now it's really not who Dom is.
Yeah.
Like it even if it wasn't, like, let's say, Darlene, and they have this history and everything,
it's the same.
But like even if it was someone that she just like picked off the street, she can't just like kill a person in cold blood. I really don't think that's
with Darlene, even though she had felt things for her. In my mind, the biggest thing that she felt for her is anger and hate. You know, so technically, when you think about it, it would be easier to kill her than to kill a random person
who's not involved in anything,
who you don't know anything about them, you know.
Yeah,
like your only job is to murder them, or your family is gonna die. And I love the fact, because like honestly that's something that I thought through the entire season. Season, yeah. I thought if because like I was like, we haven't seen that she tried to kill herself. And like that's what I thought, like if you are in this type of situation where you know your family is in danger just because of you, and if you weren't alive, nobody would care for them or care about them. I can't imagine that like it doesn't cross your mind that like if you're dead, they're gonna be fine.
I think that would be my first.
That would be my
first line.
And honestly, I don't know if we ever said it, but like that was my first thought. And she then said that like that's what she's been thinking for 2 months, but like she's not brave enough to do it.
Yeah.
And like then she begged Darlene to do it instead of her.
I mean, the whole fucking scene.
Yeah, the whole fucking scene.
The whole fucking scene, like when she's supposed to kill her, and again, there's no fucking way that she can do it. But it was such a distressing scene. Like I didn't think she was gonna shoot her at any point, really. But it was so unnerving to watch. Yeah. Like that whole thing happening, and like Darlene begging and the music getting louder, and oh my god, that was that was horrifying. And like later on, Darlene was like talking to her about how basically that like she didn't just like sleep with her because it was because like she needed to get something out of that like that there was something more to it. I'm like thinking at that moment, oh my god, like Janice is about to come in like 5 minutes. Of course we're having a talk about our feelings at this point.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like if it was any other scene, any other circumstances, I would be dying. Here, I don't think I reacted at all. I don't think I have even moved.
I was like, girl, is this the time now?
Honestly, the entire time I was like, what is gonna happen next?
Yeah.
You know?
But
how the fuck are they gonna get?
I think their like relationship is so very complicated, because like I was like thinking about it through Dom's you know, stance and everything, like knowing what type of a situation I'm in with everything that has happened, like that my whole family is in danger, and that like my best case scenario is me killing myself, and like having that person that like, you know, it's not like Darlene wanted this to ever happen, but like it is because of her, like she got her involved. I feel like it would be very hard for me personally to like move past that. Like I feel like I would always connect that person to something so negative that I could never like think of them in some other light, which I think Dom can, because like she was,
because I think Dom blames herself more than she blames Darlene. So I think if you blame yourself for something, for your family being in danger, I think depending on what happened, let's say if her family would to die, I don't think she would ever move past anything.
Yeah.
But like if her family would not die, if let's say they manage somehow to kill Janice, because like that's the only scenario where I see this going. So it's either them, or it's either Janice and her crew or them.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be them, you know.
Yeah.
It's like if they manage to kill Janice together, I think at the end of the day she would more blame herself. Yes, she would still feel hate for what Darlene did, but in my mind, just because there were maybe feelings involved before that, I think I don't think it's not impossible to move from that, especially if you survive after that many things together.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
unless one of her family members dies, game over.
I
there is no coming back from that.
I
Like if actually anyone ends up dead because of this from her family that she loves, there's not. I don't think you move past that at all.
I agree.
So, but like because I was like wondering, how does their like storyline go? How does it end? Like, are they gonna is it gonna end in the terms of like where you think in the future they could like be together, or is it just gonna end with them like going their separate ways and like not seeing each other again because of the things that they have like gone through? I was like thinking that because like I could see, let's say, both scenarios happening, because like a lot of things has happened between them that are like so traumatic, you know, like maybe you would want to, like I would at some point when all this is over, I would have fucking moved countries. I would have needed to get away from everything here, because like I think it would be too much for me to like handle any of this. So like I was like thinking about it,
I
but
just
I
think
was
in
going
my
to have
mind,
no clue.
I just think it depends on where
Maybe they just like leave somewhere together.
Yeah, I want to say like
to Budapest. She was talking about Budapest
with her ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah, true.
With a great place to go.
I forgot that she was talking about Budapest with her ex.
It doesn't matter. It could be. It doesn't matter. But like in my mind, I think it depends on where the story goes. If they kill Janice, and after that they do everything together. Like let's say with Janice, they could be like Janice could torture Darlene or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, you know. But like if something like that happens,
I think she has to start torturing Darlene to give her Elliot's location.
Yeah.
But like also Elliot's location, she doesn't know.
No.
She literally doesn't know his location. What are they gonna do with that?
But like maybe
like
she knows where he last was.
Well, yeah, that is gonna bring you nothing and nowhere. Honestly, like even if you try, that's gonna bring you to nothing.
Maybe to make her find out where Elliot is. I don't know. But like in my mind, let's say if they survive right now together many traumatic things, there is a possibility for. I don't think like the show is gonna end and they're gonna
be together.
No, me neither.
No.
They're gonna end happily ever after.
No,
you know?
I just think like it's
a
gonna be a possibility. Yeah.
In my mind, it could. Like just depends on the next few episodes. You know.
Yeah, I think
it doesn't have to,
either that or either like they're just like, let's say, they forgive one another and be just like, look, this is this is too fucking much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Both of us need to move on from this whole situation. I think those are the two options that we have presented, but I don't think either of them is like dying.
No,
I think either of them is. I think
I have a feeling like I now convinced myself that nobody is dying, and like you said, Elliot only might end up in prison, and I actually do believe that would be fine in my opinion. But like let's say I'm so convinced that nobody is dying that like Dom is putting a gun towards her, music is loud, I am chilling.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there is a possibility like in my mind. So like if anybody dies, I would be chilling before that, and I would be so fucking shocked if that happens.
Yeah, I really don't expect it. So like it would take me out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So don't do it in the first 5 minutes, because that's gonna take me out of the episode completely. Just like when Angela died.
Maybe just do it in the end of the episode.
Literally, I couldn't have concentrated on anything for the next 45 minutes. I was just thinking Angela's dead.
Yeah.
So like if you're gonna kill someone and like take me by like make me shocked during the last 5 minutes, please. Like at least that, because otherwise it's gonna be bad.
But the thing is, Janice did say this is gonna be painful for you, to Dom.
Yeah.
Are they gonna kidnap some of her family? But like, why would they?
I mean, maybe she just means like, you know, after I am done with the two of you, your family is about to be dead. You know what I mean? Why don't we just shoot them? Because like technically it's already over. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna harm your family. Might as well just shoot them. It's not like, oh, you can't shoot them because if you hurt them, they're gonna be dead. Fucking shoot them.
No, I think Dawn was too terrified at that point. I mean, she had a gun.
I thought Darlene was the one with the gun, because like they were going back and forth, and I think Darlene was the one, because I shoot Darlene holding the gun.
Darlene ended up being with the gun.
I don't know, but like she took the gun, right?
Yeah, she did.
And I think she took it from Dom. Or Darlene, I don't know. Because I thought Darlene had the gun, because like she was the one that was pointing the gun. But like, I don't know.
She technically should have a gun. I just don't know
like,
why I thought in that moment that the gun ended up...
Or maybe it was because like Dom could have just like, you know, grabbed it because both of them were holding it. I mean, it doesn't matter. No one fucking used the gun, but I thought Darlene was gonna do it. I thought like, in my mind, Darlene had the gun. I was like, Darlene, fucking go and shoot. Because Dom, sure, she can, because like she's so terrified and she's in this position and everything. And Darlene, go and fucking shoot, girl. I mean, she's also not like a killer, I know, yes, but like in that fucking moment, after everything that has been happening, I would have shot. But we are well past these points, you know what I mean?
Yes, but my girl was smart enough to delete the fact that they can see Elliot's location. That's great. Yeah. So maybe she was like, this is enough, now they can do to me whatever they wanted.
God, I
have nothing to tell them.
I would, but she doesn't know Janice like we know Janice.
Yeah, we should have.
But I would have accepted my death, but I'm taking you with me first.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, I'm not gonna die probably, but like before I die, let me just, you know? I feel like I will do that. But yes, we have to like, there's so many things to talk about. Still, first, Vera, terrifying. Every scene with him and Krista, terrifying, but the actor is very well. The actor is great. Like, the actor plays his part to perfection. I have no idea why he is this enamored with Elliot. I don't know what it is about Elliot sometimes, where like his aura attracts crazy people. Like Tyrell, this one, I don't know what they see in him. I don't know what they fucking see in him.
Elliot is very capable, considering that he was able like
No, I agree, but like it's sometimes it sometimes feel like they're like worshipping him. I never understand if it's, you know, if the way that they function as people is like different from the way that I would function. So like they view Elliot, who is very competent and everything, in a different way. And so like that's why they become fascinated and enamored by someone like him, to the point where like that we're doing all of this. But like Vera is very fascinated with Elliot, and like he calls him a visionary and everything.
But I do believe that the actor plays his role perfectly. Like when he was telling the story, I can't move my the way he is saying it, the way
it's so compelling.
It's so fucking compelling. I can't move my eyes off the screen. I just need to find out what the little bitch did afterwards, you know?
Yeah. The way he tells that story.
Yeah.
But like you feel like you're gonna die at any second while he's telling the story. Like it's ridiculous. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a crucial one in the next episode. I just hope Krista doesn't die, because like for Krista it's kind of, I'm so happy that her boyfriend didn't die.
I mean, technically it would make no sense. Either. Yeah, I love that Vera didn't just like decide to kill her boyfriend.
You know, maybe we need Krista in this room right now.
We do.
Because like if Vera starts uncovering some shit and everything, and if Elliot has to like
talk to somebody,
start dealing with some things, like I would like a psychologist there. I mean, a psychiatrist there.
I mean, I don't think
she
is the only one who he would talk to.
He did say, Vera said that like he is gonna use her as the bat. You know, exactly. To hit the bully with
Elliot, for us to find out, let's say, what his father did.
Yeah.
And then afterwards he's gonna be there.
Yeah. And there is one more thing, and we have to wrap it. It's been an hour. We've been talking for an hour. White Rose in the beginning was
I don't remember that even White Rose was in this.
That's one thing. So many things happened. But I think that was one of the first scenes. Like one of her assistants, I don't know, the one that's very fucking smart and figures everything out, who was like telling her that they should kill Elliot, because like Elliot is becoming a problem, and White Rose doesn't want to do it because the Congo shipment project relies on Elliot. And so like I love that the downfall of White Rose is gonna be like the only moment where she like, let's say, slips up is when like personal emotions get involved. Because like the Congo project is very much personal for her because of her boyfriend, and like that's gonna be the downfall, and that's always the thing that makes most sense, because like if you could just like think about it calmly and cold-bloodedly, you would have killed Elliot.
Honestly, because like, he is a threat. Him, so you would not just like, that's what I'm thinking the entire time. Why are you just letting him do all of this? Because you know that he's planning something. You know that he's behind this group meeting. Like, why wouldn't you just like somehow why wouldn't you just like figure out what he is doing and stop him in everything that he's doing? Like, to me, makes no sense. Considering like, if you didn't know that what he plans, then okay, that's fine. Then you don't know there is anything to protect.
But it's mostly because like she knows that Elliot is very capable and she thinks that they can handle them.
I mean, technically, especially because Janice is now searching for Elliot. They want to find him and stop them in doing what they're doing.
I mean, they just need to find him and like bring him to, technically they want to bring him to White Rose, and White Rose wants to show Elliot that they are on the same side. Which is an interesting choice of words. I think it goes back to her being delusional. And it goes back to, like, if she thinks that, like, really she can, like, let's say in a way turn back time where dead people are alive. Like, all the lives sacrificed and everything bad that has happened in the world. All those evil things that the Deus group has done. Like, they have mentioned in this episode specifically. Like, all that can, let's say, be undone. And so that's why they're on the same page. Because they can undo what has been done. And I think White Rose also has maybe this notion of not completely understanding that she herself is a monster. Because like she said that when she like killed, wasn't when she killed Philip, when she killed Angela. Was that, or when she killed someone, she said something along like, the only thing those men understand is violence, and that's why she uses it. Like she tells this thing like those men, as in the people that are running things, as if she is outside of that. Like when she said that, I'm like thinking, girl, you are one of the worst of them. You know, I thought there was like some also type of delusion where she is not admitting to herself, or like that she thinks because of her plan or whatever. None of this matters. And like that, and like her delusion brought her to this point because like she was in deep grief over losing her boyfriend, but like losing him in such a manner as well. You know, it's not like something just like happened to him. Like it was all connected to her as well. You know, like her boyfriend took his own life. So like, of course, she could create something that for anyone else thinking about it would be impossible and improbable. For her, it's the only thing she has to live for. I mean, that's why she thinks that, like, if she tells Elliot that, like, they're going to be on the same side, Elliot doesn't have to do anything. Because they're on the same side. Like, Elliot doesn't have to stop her because, like, they're on the same side. Which you are not. I don't understand how this... like this literally every episode is gonna be in like real time. You know what I mean? Like 40 minutes is gonna be actually 40 minutes. I think they can just like do all that.
Started with Dom coming to Darlene and it lasted an hour until they went. So like it's like this literally lasted for an hour.
And that I feel like next episode gonna be that as well. I feel like we're just gonna be with
Elliot. If we are gonna be just with Elliot, it makes sense that we would be. Then well,
because like if we are doing what we think with what we think we are doing, which is like addressing that like based on like previously on. If we are doing that, like there is really nowhere else you can go. I think we're tackling a big thing here right now. With fucking Vera.
Very possibly.
I cannot, if you told me in season 1 that like Vera is gonna be instrumental in this, I would have not believed you.
Me neither.
Right?
That's so shocking to me.
Also, like he has a name Vera. There's a Serbian named Vera. Used for old grandmas. I'm not even joking, like they're usually older women.
I mean, it actually means fate.
It means
we already told you that.
Oh yeah, we did. I don't know what we're gonna do. I hate that we're not watching this one, but like, what am I supposed to do?
But can't wait to find out.
We've been having next for an hour. This is not
the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.